Okay, the rifle I'm going to talk about today is a Crosman Diamondback Elite 22 caliber break barrel pellet rifle. I put a different scope on it than what it normally has. I put a very inexpensive, I think it was $19.95 on eBay. I don't know if there's a brand on it or anything, but it's a 3x9x40 adjustable objective scope. And I put a little higher than normal scope mounts on it. I also have a light I added to it so I can shoot it at night, and I have it set for 25 yards right now. The eye relief, I have it out a little bit because I don't have very good eyesight, and I have it set on 9 power right now, which is the most power that it has. So I'm using the Crosman Premier Hollow Point pellets. I did upgrade the trigger screw with a 3mm by 10mm trigger screw, and that is right here. The one that normally comes with it is 3mm by 5mm, and that one has a Phillips head. This one here you can see has like a little tiny Allen wrench that goes in there. I don't remember the size of it. This thing breaks probably close to, I don't know, 25 or 30 pounds of breaking. I'm not really sure. I set the sights on it before I put a scope on it, and they shoot they're really easy for me. They're similar to how the Daisy 1101 WS is. This has white right here going across and white at the end. That's because I added white out to it, and that makes it like the Daisy that way. The Daisy comes that way, and it's really easy to see with the 3 white spots for my really poor vision. Everything's fuzzy when I go to look down the sights normally, so a little tough for me. So I'm going to show you some shot groups I got at 25 yards with this thing. Okay, so I was starting out, and I adjusted my scope a little bit as I was going. And so this is like my first shot group area right in here. But it's like I said, I was adjusting the scope. Then I came over here, my first shot was here. Then I got these. That was pretty good. Then I got this one, okay? And then I adjusted my scope a little bit again, and it went up here instead of coming down. Then I got it here, and so I adjusted the scope, and then I got it right here, okay? So I still need to go a little bit further down on the scope to make it perfect, but as you can see, that's about the size of a nickel, this whole shot group right here. You can see my thumb, and it's about as wide as my thumb is, both ways. Pretty cool, huh? So it's got some power. It's close to 23 foot-pounds of energy, and Crosman claims 29. I don't know how they came up with that number. I have 3 rifles made by Crosman Benjamin. I have the Crosman Diamondback, the Crosman Valiant, and the Benjamin Trail, all the Elite models. They're all advertised up to 29 foot-pounds of energy, and they're all real close to 23 foot-pounds of energy. With the alloy pellets, they're a little closer to 22. With the lead ones, they're closer to 23, but not on all of them. It varies from 20 to 23.13 foot-pounds of energy. So I would like to see a video of Crosman reaching their claimed foot-pounds of energy with any other guns that they make these claims with. I just don't see it happening. They tell me they use the Crosman pointed pellets to check the lead. Well, I've used their Crosman pointed pellets to check the lead, and I don't come up with near what they do. And I'm only like 14 feet above sea level in my location, so I'm not really high up in altitude or anything like that. So I should get some pretty good numbers, closer to what they're getting, but I'm not. So out of three rifles shooting, about the same foot-pounds of energy. I would say the Crosman claim of 29 foot-pounds is something I can't do with my rifles, and I would sure love to see a video of Crosman reaching that in whatever conditions that they're doing, because not happening here. But the accuracy is really good on these rifles. I would say the Valiant and the Diamondback are the most accurate of my two rifles, and the Trail is like behind them a little bit in accuracy. It is newer though, by a few weeks. So that's it for now. Crosman Diamondback shooting really good with these inexpensive Crosman Premier Hollow Points. I wish Crosman would come out with something like that, and other gun companies too, so they can show how they get these foot-pounds of energy. I don't have any problem with hot sun rifles. They're all right on the money or above it. But Crosman and Benjamin rifles, I haven't had one yet, besides the F4, that comes close to what they claim. All right, bye.